Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome to Mega Man X2! There's been so much talk about Mighty Number 9 recently that I figured we would go back and play some real Mega Man, and there's not many better Mega Man games out there than Mega Man X2 in my opinion. Mega Man X1 and Mega Man X2 are some of my all-time favorite, not just Mega Man games, but like, not even just Super Nintendo games, they are both just, overall, through like the span of all time, some of the best video games I have ever played. In my opinion, of course. People will disagree with that, just like people will disagree with my opinion that I didn't really hate Mighty Number 9. There's a video about that. We're going to try not to turn this into a Mighty Number 9 rant video, although I'm sure it will come up in conversation a little bit. But this is the intro. It talks a little bit about things, but when I was a kid, and I played this game, because Mega Man X2 was a game that I grew up with. I grew up with Mega Man X1 and 2, but I didn't get 3 when I was a kid for some reason. It wasn't actually until the Anniversary Collection that I played Mega Man X3. Because I got a PS1, and then I saw Mega Man X4, so I was like, oh, that's cool, so I got Mega Man X4, but I don't know, somewhere along the line, I missed Mega Man X3, and I'm not entirely sure how exactly that happened. It might have had, like, a really low production run, kind of like Mega Man 7, which was another game that I didn't grow up with. I don't know why that happened. I mean, I guess it was also kind of a little bit later in the console's life, too. But wow, okay, I'm actually going to say, this is a little bit weird. I've been playing so much Mighty Number 9 lately. It's like, what, you don't start the game with the in-air dash? No, that was, of course, something that was introduced in Mega Man X2. And you actually find it as a power-up later on, though. You don't start the game with the ability to dash mid-air, so that's kind of strange. Also, I think there's a really kind of jerk move right here, where if you fall straight down, you're into the spikes. So you gotta watch out for that. This is, of course, the intro stage, something that was introduced in the Mega Man X series. I mean, I feel like I had like 10 trains of thought going on there, and they all kind of got cut off at some point. Yeah, so this was, I grew up with Mega Man X2 and Mega Man X1, and absolutely love them, and they're both fantastic games. But yeah, I didn't grow up with Mega Man X3, and Mega Man X3 definitely isn't one of my my favorite Mega Man games. I don't know if it's just because I didn't grow up with it, so I don't have, you know, those fun memories playing it as a kid. I feel like the level design wasn't my favorite when I did play it years later, but again, that could have just been, you know, an effect of not having played it for quite some time. And hey, look at that! We made it all the way to the boss without taking damage, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I, you know, regained any health at any point. I always thought it was really funny how in Mega Man X games, how sometimes, like, the very first boss is, like, the biggest boss in the entire game. Like, this boss right here is probably, like, a bajillion times bigger than any boss you fight in the entire game, and yet, like, 4 charge shots and it's dead. Don't ask me how that works. Video games are not supposed to be logical, unlike what people these days would make you think. What? That, you know, that's not proper human anatomy, autonomy or whatever. Totally gets a 0 out of 10 on all the websites, being the worst game ever made. And then, you know, I was also had a thing where, like, I never knew, like, what was going on in the story as a kid, and this, like, all I really knew about the Mega Man X games was that Sigma was, like, the final boss. I had no idea what these guys were talking about. His leader name, I don't care, I just want to play as Mega Man X to go shoot stuff. And then you got the violin going on here. What is this? Grade 10 music concert? So anyway, then you got that guy. And he is blind to what is happening around him. But it's not like it matters, we're just gonna shoot some stuff, and we're gonna win, and I don't know, I didn't think this cutscene went on for so long. I totally forgot about that. Because again, as a kid, nobody read that. It was us all about playing the levels and having fun. But basically, Zero is like blown into pieces in this game, as happened in the end kind of Mega Man X1. Passwords are now 4 lines long instead of 3 lines, because there's more crazy stuff going on in this game. And the stage select screen is totally different from it was in Mega Man X1, but this would stick around for Mega Man X3 as well. It would kind of be the same in Mega Man X4, except there would be no map. I liked having a map. It was kind of cool seeing all the different places you would go, although it was also kind of funny that all of the terror in the world is confined to this one single island. Unless this island is the entire world, but then where's the island from Mega Man 1? Or Mega Man X1? I have no idea. Yeah, you have a whole bunch of kind of crazy guys going on here. But I usually always started with this dude, so that's exactly what we're going to be doing in this video. The good thing about starting with this guy, whose name, it slipped my mind, yeah, Wire Sponge. Well, I thought that was his name, but I didn't want to say it in case I was totally wrong, but I was totally right. It's because it's actually really easy to get some good power-ups right off the bat. Like, you just go straight up into this wall here, and already you have the first heart pickup. If there was one thing that did kind of disappoint me about Mighty Number 9, it was that none of the stages had any kind of, like, items to find, which is kind of a shame, because, I mean, the levels, I thought, you know, they were pretty massive. It would have been great to hide power-ups like, you know, life pickups, or, like, extensions, or, you know, things like that in them. I thought that would have been pretty cool. I mean, there are lots of 1-ups and stuff hidden around, but it's just totally not the same. We also have a chance to pick up an E-tank in like just a second. Actually, I forget, how does this work? I think we want to jump to this wall. Yes, we do that. It has actually, all things considered, I talk about how much I love Mega Man 2 and I grew up with it. It's been Mega Man X2. It's been a while since I've played it, so bear with me if I am not like killing every boss on my first try. Although I think we're still damageless, maybe. I don't even know. There is an energy tank. One of my favorite parts of the Mega Man X games over like the original Mega Man series, which I also grew up with, was the fact that you did have those kind of items defined, and there was that exploration element, because people will know, I love collectathons and all that jazz, so this is like Mega Man Collectathon Edition. It's pretty much what Mega Man X was to me. I mean, of course, you had all the, gameplay improvements too, like dashing and all that, which were very fun. And totally was not complaining about those. I mean, every time I'm just dashing all over the place. Again, oh no, first hit is not a perfect run. Time to reset and try again. No, it's not what we do on this channel. But yeah, I'm just so used to the Mega Man or the Mighty No. 9 style playing, where you're always dashing, whether in air or not. And I'm just not totally used to this method of gameplay yet, but it's pretty good. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get this done. Okay, so we have health pick up here, so we're back up to full. That's what matters. You do have an energy tank, which, the thing is, energy tanks in this game, they only fill if you get a thing when you're not missing any health. So, unfortunately, that would have been really nice to have picked up if we had full health. But let's just try not to get hit by anything else as he gets hit by something the exact next second. Oh, wow, you take like 1,000 hits there, guy. Is that literally the boss? I don't remember this level being so short. I guess I kind of just talked right through it. So yeah, basically, I think we found absolutely everything that there was to find at level. We found an energy tank and the heart. And here we have the boss, whose pattern I kind of forget, but I don't think it's very difficult, so hopefully we'll be able to get it back. I think this is one of those guys who, like, halfway through the boss stage, he's like super angry powered up mode. He also has times when, like, you can't hit him, like that. Okay, do I want to be on the wall? Okay, what do we want to do here? Okay, we want to do that. Yeah, Mega Man X bosses are all about knowing how to dash off of the walls and do your wall jump and use it well. Basically, I remember people were complaining a bit about Mighty No. 9 not having a wall jump. That would have made it so much better. Apparently, I don't think that Mighty No. 9 needs a wall jump. I mean, you have like the infinite air dash. That's like enough already. Also, wow, you are totally at half health and you haven't even hurt me. I totally don't remember you being so easy. I mean, I guess that was why I always did you first, but. Oh, perfect streak ruined. Don't you get all angry at some point? I can swear that happened. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Now it's serious. That's totally serious. Look at that spike on his head. I don't think it's an instant kill spike though, thankfully. And he's totally angry like that. Okay. So he probably does like more damage now. Ah, shoot. That's. Oh, now he's getting even angrier. He's getting angry. Well, he's angry. Now you know. It's like serious business mode. Man, I hate when he's invincible. So he's gonna do the thing where he shows the thing, and one more charge shot to do it. Wow, no, I was totally not prepared for that. Totally not prepared for that. But what was that? Like 2 hits? It's the easiest game ever made. But yeah, I mean, like, I guess maybe after playing so much Mighty No. 9, which I do swear is like really, really, really difficult. Yeah, that was not hard in the slice. But again, I played it so much as a kid that I guess that is easiest level ever made. Mega Man, 1 out of 10, not enough water. And we got a power up, of course. I mean, people are. I saw a lot of people say after Mighty No. 9 came out, it's like, well, I guess this isn't the success of the Mega Man we all wanted. Hopefully, there's another hopefully there's another Mega Man game soon. But honestly, when you look at it, I think that the effort that was put into Mighty No. 9 is there, and like it's evident if you actually play it. I don't know how many people's videos I watched where. They're doing a review about it without even playing it. Like, especially some big names, like Happy Console Gamer, Alpha Omega Sin. Their videos start with, I haven't played the game yet, but I've seen the negative, rep it's getting and what people have been saying about it. It's like, but don't make, like, you have to play it for yourself to get it. But there's just so many people who are, making those opinions based on what everyone else is saying, but you have to play it yourself to get it. And I think that if you're a really big fan of the classic Mega Man games, you will like it. But if you're not, then it's like, of course you're not. Just like if, there was a game series that I didn't really ever play, and suddenly there was a new game for it. I probably wouldn't care too much for it either, but people don't necessarily realize that, I guess. But, I mean, it does have problems, but, we're not going to turn this into a Mighty No. 9 review number 2. Go watch that video. I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you enjoyed it too. But yeah, basically, you're supposed to get the mid-air dash, which allows you to slide down this wall, and get over there. But if you do, basically what the attack we got in the last part does is you can kind of attack enemies with it. But it's also a chain that will kind of bring you towards a wall if it grabs onto it. But if you do a perfectly timed jump here, and then you use the wire, you can actually get up there without the dash attack. So we're actually just going to try for a minute here. And oh, we're so close. So close! Yes, there you go! Breaking the game. We're totally not supposed to be getting this yet. But who even cares? We got Dr. Light here, and he's like, Mega Man X, enter this capsule, and we're going to get the arm upgrade, which is pretty awesome. Arm upgrade allows us to charge up our X-Buster even farther to a third stage, but it also allows us to charge our special weapons, which is like the absolute best thing ever. It's pretty cool. I remember in Mega Man X1, you get the arm upgrade from Zero, and it was for many years before I realized you could also get it in Flame Mammoth stage, which is actually pretty cool. I found the secret area in Flame Mammoth stage where you get the arm upgrade, but because I had already gotten it from Zero, I was just like, oh, there's this area that appears to be completely pointless, because like it was just something I never really thought to go check out. You know, before I got the arm upgrade from Zero, I was actually usually used the charged up ice shot that you ride on to get up there, which is why, you know, it was something I never really noticed. But I think that's really cool that they hit it up there. But it was kind of sad that, you know, you don't have to find it. You can kind of just, you know, get it from Zero instead. It's kind of crazy. We got that. And just gonna be very careful here. I forget where the spikes and stuff are. That guy just totally disappeared. Yeah, I don't even need to take the upper route. Wall jumping kind of breaks things in Mega Man X, like in the Mega Man X series. It does make some things pretty easy sometimes, but then, you know, they put spikes on the walls and they try to ruin that. But I think there's actually a funny thing coming up, which we're gonna point out in a little bit. I don't think there's any reason to go to the left there. Let's see, what have we found in this level so far? We have found, yeah, the Dr. Light capsule. Usually. Yeah, so every level in Mega Man X games has a heart tank, but what am I trying to say here? In the original Mega Man X games, they also either have usually an energy tank or a Dr. Light capsule. So in this case, we got a Dr. Light capsule in this level, and what's the button to get out of this thing? It's just yeah, the ladder was screwing up. Yeah, so then there's the heart tank. Yeah, every level usually either also has either a Dr. Light capsule or an energy tank. So the way you're supposed to get this one is you're supposed to do this crazy thing where you dash off the ceiling and stuff. And so usually it would mean that I would have to come back and replay this level later on, but I was actually taught a really cool trick by Miles Luigi, who, if you go way back in time on his channel, has uploaded some Mega Man X2 videos, and if you get this guy to shoot at you, and then you run... Oh, isn't there a way that he did it, though? Maybe. Maybe. I thought you could get this guy to shoot even farther than that. And then, if you're really quick, you can bounce off of the spikes. Oh. And then you don't have to do the whole crazy ceiling dash thing that you would have to do otherwise. Where I think you have to wait till you get Flame Stag's weapon. Then that's kind of like an extra dash. Oh, darn it. Ugh. See, because the temporary invincibility, you can kind of bounce off of the spikes just like that. Yes. So you can all thank Miles Luigi for that one. That's who I learned that one from. And now we've taken some damage, which is not so great. So hopefully we have a chance to get that back. I think there's a health pickup at like the top here, or that works too. If it didn't go too far off screen. Oh shoot. Yeah, I couldn't quite get it. I was going to try to just like take the hit to get the health, but then that didn't end up happening. Okay. I think I can swear there's a health pickup around here though, like an actual like legit one. Okay, it's not down there. Let's see though. We go up. Every time you jump on that, it kind of switches direction. The reason I had actually waited so long to play Mega Man X2 is because there was a time when I thought maybe, oh, it's an extra life. It's not a health pickup. Okay, there we go. There was a time when I thought maybe I would do a Let's Play of it, just because I do love Mega Man X so much. Despite the fact that I'm going on about how it has been so long since I've kind of played it, it would have been kind of fun for me too, because there are some things about this game I definitely don't remember, but I mean, I guess I do remember mostly where the items and all that jazz are. But yeah, let's see here. We're almost at the boss, I believe. This level definitely feels a lot longer than the last one. Definitely. And see, Mega Man games used to have, like, you know, fairly decently length stages. But like, what I was trying to say earlier, though, is when you look at, like, you know, the recent Mega Man games, like Mega Man 9 and Mega Man 10, rather. I mean, Mighty Number 9 is just so high, like, on the scale of quality compared to those, I believe. But I don't think people look at that. It's like I was saying, you know, people are like, well, hopefully Capcom just makes another real Mega Man game that we can look forward to, but really? I mean, like, considering the fact that Mega Man X 9 and 10, they were okay, but they were 8-bit. So how can you go around, you know, criticizing the graphical quality of Mighty Number 9 when it literally looks a bajillion times better than any Mega Man game that's been released in, like, the last 10 years? Like, I thought that was kind of funny. Anyway, you are a guy, and now you're totally dead. And just like that, we are at the boss finally. We do have the boss's weakness, but it's kind of a weird weapon. It's really short range. And let's see, I have to make sure I get this boss's pattern down again, which hopefully won't be too bad. We have a full charge shot here. Do you have invincibility just like the last dude? Yes, you do. So that was total waste. He jumps out of the thing and bites at you. Kind of sucks. But, oh yeah, just like that. Just like that. Match that controller, and he didn't even do any damage. Wow. Okay, let's switch the weapon. Let's charge up our weapon because we can. I forget if there's like a strategy to like make him come out so that you don't get hurt by him. And yeah, that was jerk move there, Wheel Gator. Jerk move. Shoot. Okay, so there you go. There we go. Okay, we're getting the hang of it. We're getting the hang of it. Gonna stick right here, and we're gonna boom. And I think, yeah, so in Mega Man games, a lot of the times when you hit a boss with their weakness, it kind of resets their attack pattern, where they go back to a certain point when they start doing something again. So, like, in that case, every time you hit him with the weakened weapon, he goes under, and he starts shooting gears at you again. So this boss is kind of just a waiting game, so it's not that much fun. I have to say that I thought that the bosses in Mighty Number 9, like, they were pretty innovative, and they definitely didn't just have, like, a single attack pattern. They had lots of different attacks, and even once you started to get it down, they were sometimes difficult to dodge and stuff, so I mean, I just had so much fun with Mighty Number 9. I mean, of course, this is a Super Nintendo game, so things are a little bit simpler, but just the amount of bashing that Mighty Number 9 has gotten, I feel like it's definitely just because people hear the bad rep. They go on, like, IGN, and you'll see, like, 5 rating and stuff. On Metacritic, people are giving it a 0, like, Mighty Number 9 does not deserve a 0. There are good things there, but just no one's paying attention to those good things, because all they're hearing is the bad, and I just feel like that's rather sad. Like, Mighty Number 9, I feel like, could definitely hold its own with some of the classic Mega Man games. Why did you do that, Andrew? This battle was supposed to be over, and you totally just blew it. There we go. And just like that, Wheel Gator is absolutely toast. Now, with that, we did the intro level, and we did 2 of the stages. We're probably going to call it a day there. Yeah, like I said, I always kind of felt like it would have been fun to Let's Play this game. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Mega Man X2 is a fantastic game. Unfortunately, it suffers Mega Man retro game syndrome, where like they're all skyrocketing in price lately. Absolutely nuts. I mean, it started with like Mega Man Legends 1 and 2 after Mega Man Legends, or especially number 2. After Legends 3 got canceled, Legends 2 shot up to like triple-digit game. And now a lot of the Mega Man games are getting there too. Mega Man X2 is a triple-digit game for sure. Mega Man X3, very rare. Mega Man 7, very rare. Even like the classic NES ones, which used to be relatively low double digits. Mega Man 5 is really getting up there. So it really is a shame. Thankfully, there are like the collections and stuff, and the PS2 Mega Man X collection is very good. If you're looking for a cheap way to play the first 6 Mega Man X games, very cool. We got Dr. Kane here, and he's like, "What is up, man? I'm trying to do stuff here." And the group of Mavericks, calling themselves the X-Hunters, have just contacted us. And we have all of Zero's parts, and we can totally go and beat them up for it. Yeah, one of the cool things that Mega Man X2 did was optionally you could go after these guys who have 3 parts of Zero, and if you collect them all, it makes the ending, the final boss battle, a little bit simpler, because you actually get to skip one of the stages of the battle. But it's totally optional. I mean, it kind of changes the story and ending of it too. And the first time I played it as a kid, it was something I totally didn't do, because I didn't really understand what was going on. But it's definitely a neat thing that you can optionally do in this game. Again, those optional things are what make the Mega Man X games a lot of fun for me. And I really wish that Mighty Number 9 had more of those, but it didn't. So I guess that's just the way it's got to be. Now there was something. Whose level is that? Is your level? I thought it was. Yeah, okay, it's totally your level. I'm going to show you all, just to finish this video off. We're not going to play through the whole level, but the hardest secret that I think in almost any video game ever, I was actually playing, I don't remember if it's Mega Man Extreme 1 or 2, where Morthmoth's level came back, and I accidentally found it in his version of the level in Mega Man Extreme 1 or 2, and I was like, oh my god, and then I was actually on vacation when I discovered it. So the second I got home, I put Mega Man X2 in, and I found the very last thing that I hadn't found in Mega Man X2, with the exception of like the Dragon Punch, because I don't think you get the Dragon Punch unless you have this. But basically, since we have Wheel Gator's weapon, I can show you all this. It's just there's no indication at all that this secret exists. So just as we got a trick from Miles Luigi, this is going to be a trick from good old Uncle Andrew, showing you the tricks from the good old days of video games. And it's just there's no indication at all. I'm pretty sure this is the spot, right? Like, this is the spot. This is the spot. It's like, how? There's just no indication that that exists. Absolutely none. That there is a secret there that can be opened with the Wheel Gator attack. There's so shenanigans. Later on in the game, or I mean, I guess technically, depending on what when you play the Crystal stage, there is an item that you get that will reveal where secrets are hidden, but I mean, unless you're going around every single level using that non-stop, like this, like I just could not believe that there was a secret hidden there. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, this is the head part. I'm pretty sure this is a modifier. Oh no, body armor. Sorry, no body armor. Yeah, it's the special attack that will that you can use if you take a ton of damage. But yeah, that was just like that's probably one of the most difficult secrets I've ever had to find in a video game, because there's just absolutely no indication. Like, it's not even like, it looks like individual blocks or anything. It literally is just a part of the floor that you arbitrarily have to destroy with Wheel Gator's weapons. So for all of you who are going to go out there and play Mega Man X2, that's Andrew's tip for you. That, like, you're never going to find otherwise, because it's completely ridiculous. There's good memories of, like, finding things like that as a kid. That's why I love secrets hidden in video games, because you'd have those moments when you finally found something that you spent like forever looking for, and it was always the best thing ever. So with that said, I think that's all we're going to play Mega Man X2 for today. I hope that you enjoyed that. Mega Man X2 is, of course, a fantastic game. And, I mean, you can't go wrong with pretty much any of the Mega Man games. They're a whole lot of fun. So go play some Mega Man. Or if you think you're up for the challenge, Mighty Number 9 is also there. Don't listen to what everyone else is saying, especially if people are giving it like 0. That's just like a clear giveaway that people are just bashing it for, reasons. There's definitely a lot of good things in Mighty. Wow, can't even say it. Mighty Number 9 to enjoy. But I mean, it has its problems. But try it and see what you think. But of course, classic Mega Man is always there for you too. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time for something different. So thanks, and see you later.